Yeah, man, and we're live. Oh shit, Jano. Fuck you up, Olan.
Me, I'm a man of fear. Me not even think.
Wait, hold. Yeah, I confused something about being or what about it. General.
Bridget make the joke like you that's some $3 million
Like you'd enjoy gay porn. Like you'd know what?
Alright, welcome once again guys to the Jano podcast.
Yeah, man, people. Boom, bar nipples there. Yeah, man, welcome back to the Jano podcast, isn't me? Tonight we will be discussing what is the soft life, isn't me? So I believe this topic is more catered to the women. So I'm gonna start with Ebony, the ambassador, soft life and all that.
Um,
Yeah, so tell me what is soft life?
okay, so in my opinion, basically, soft life is living in comfort and luxury with like minimum stress and minimum effort. That's my opinion.
How is that? How is that achieved?
Um, well, okay. So it's unique for everybody, in my opinion, because for some people, soft life might be good. I'm taking a shower and using like the tree hot scrubs and them always up on TikTok and like possibly if based on their tax bracket probably buying like um a lot of Bath and Body Works products, the candles, um probably journaling or anything of or something of that sort. Or for some other people, it might be buying luxury items, the Cartier bracelet, bags,
Yeah, but
shoes. It might be. It can be. It can. Yeah. Go ahead.
but like yeah, but how? Like where? How is this funded? That's what I mean. Like
How is
how
it
is it?
funded? How is it funded?
Yeah, like how? Like how does one pay for? Like, are you paying for? If you are a soft life enthusiast, how are you paying for your soft life?
Um. Well, me personally, I'm funding my own soft life, unfortunately, but some people them means to get them funding. Them have them men or women for fund it or them parents. Funding can come from anywhere.
But then, if you have to fund your own soft life, that's not a soft life. Isn't that just life?
Not necessarily
What's the difference between
because
regular life and funding your own soft life?
well, in my opinion, I would say regular life and funding my soft life is the fact that I am able to do what I want to do with my money. Some people have different responsibilities or stresses that they have to handle on a daily basis or whatever. Well, in some cases, like for me, that's not necessarily the case for me. I can do what I want to do, or I can buy whatever I want to buy, or whatever.
But you fund this soft life through work, yes?
Yeah.
So where's the soft? Is your work soft? If you have to fund your own, say if you have to wake up a morning, go through traffic, go to work, slave, come back home and buy Bath and Body Works. I don't. That's not. It's not just
I
life.
feel like soft life is really like I feel like can I jump in?
Yeah, sure.
Go
Go
off,
ahead.
sis. Go off.
Yeah, so like soft life is kind of like a placebo effect. It's kind of like delusional, right? But it's like tricking your brain to like think you're
in a better space. It's like, well, not really a trick, but it's like finding a soft space or like doing a routine that takes you away from the stresses of life. So it doesn't eliminate the hardness of life, because life are go hard regardless, right? If you have money, same way, it's still hard because you have to maintain the money. um so like having a soft life is just like not exerting as much energy as I would, so like not really caring as much as I would, prioritizing like self-care and like rest and stuff like that, not kill up yourself over a job even though you have to do it, but you put yourself first in that kind of sense.
All right, but it's all right though. So I have a situation. So I know a man that worked abroad for a few months at a warehouse. Zine,
Hmm?
he worked at this warehouse every weekday, 5 days a week, as his second job. So he would work from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. and then go to the warehouse from 10 p.m. till in the crack of the awesome morning. So
Mm-hmm.
he is in this warehouse. He decides he's going to go slow because, even though he's lifting up boxes and machinery and getting injured, he's going at his own pace because he wants to use his money to buy socks and Bath and Body Works and some Irish Spring. He is putting his mental health first. So tell me, if even though he's working two jobs, crying and buying his Bath and Body Works, is that a soft life because he's prioritizing his
Wait,
mental health?
all right, stop trying to clone the thing, right? Because men have their own sense of soft style too, right? Like Una clone woman but we Bath and Body Works, but Una spend thousands of dollars on games and
Yeah,
nerdy shit that
by all
it's
means,
Not
of
it's
course,
nerdy
healthy,
of
right?
shit.
It's a
course.
healthy way of getting away from your reality. So that's what it is for women. We like to pamper ourselves. We like to feel like, oh, I'm rich. That's why I said it's delusional, because it's like putting yourself in a state of mind where you feel like you all the things you want in life are attainable. So it's just like getting in a certain
Oh,
state of
Is
mind. It's
that what
not a
we're considering
so
soft life?
it's just being stupid because from what you're describing is, yeah, as you said, the same word they're using is delusion. So, so how
Stop
are
it's
no, but
it's
why
not
would
attributing
you
money
stupid.
to
It's a
intentionally?
placebo
delusion.
effect.
Stop it.
It's
I'm
manipulating yourself, which
Stop
every human
using the
being
word
have to do.
delusion. Find a next
okay.
word.
But yo, 0 and 14. Let
How is
me
this
just
soft
butt in
life
here.
though? Isn't this just
Hold on, no, babes. Just give me a second. Hold on.
huh?
Cause I wanna bring up something in regards to this whole soft life thing. See, I had a discussion on Twitter with a B. Please stop laughing. I had a discussion on Twitter with a B. She said, why as a woman she should pay for her own food. And I said, yo,
Real?
Zine, what is wrong with 50-50? And she's like, oh, no soft life around here, girls. So I am asking the soft life enthusiasts, what that have to do with soft life?
Soft life is being catered to.
Yeah, that's what I understand from Twitter. What soft life is? Soft life is me sitting down right now, and I say, "Wow, I'm hungry," and somebody brings me food, or
Man,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
have to
bring
do
food
anything,
Not
and
fast.
not necessarily, because soft life can be you catering to yourself as well.
then
Then
no, but
that's not
if you have to cater to
soft
yourself,
life.
that's
That's
just
you
life.
minding yourself.
That's
Yeah.
that's just life.
So you really expect someone if you cater to your every needs if you the rest of your
Yeah,
It's
life.
not.
that's
That's
why it's
the
a
point.
delusion.
I personally don't think soft life is a everyday thing or
Yeah,
a
it's not.
constant thing.
That's why I said it's like a
But for
state
you
of
to,
mind. It's something you have to
No,
yeah.
do for
what?
like take yourself
But
away from every
for
day.
you to cater to yourself is like, oh, I just I treat myself.
No,
Like if I
but
go buy 12 Bath and Body Works
then
candle, I'm treating myself.
no, but then soft life, of course, it's an everyday thing because it's called
Well, soft
soft
life,
life.
I
but
think the
Life
softness
realistically,
is
just
every
comes
day.
from like not exerting too much energy. That's not every day, because not everybody. All right, not everybody, especially for the average Jamaican, not any of them can afford to even have a pamper day or do something nice for themselves or even prioritize rest over work. A lot of people don't have that option.
Yes, therefore. most people, if can't afford or have a soft life, it therefore you made a good point that it's delusion. Therefore, retarded. It's stupid. It doesn't make sense because from what I understand, it's something that people are catering to. Babies, infants have soft lives because they're
I
being
just feel like
catered to.
I just feel like you know what to understand.
No, by all means,
Yeah.
no,
Okay, let me put
no.
it
No,
in
By all
like
means,
terms.
I'm
I'm a
just trying.
woman and I agree. Like
I don't get from what I understand is when you're being catered to, that is a
It
soft life.
can
I
be
am
two.
fully open-minded enough.
Yeah, it can be that too. Then
It
it can
can
be
be
that
two things at the
too.
same
I
time
think
because
soft life is personal.
And
Like
I
it's
agree
whatever
with
you
what
feel like makes your
exactly.
life softer. Like,
cool. And I
oh, me
agree
not
with
gonna answer no calls
nipples.
today. I'm living a soft.
Fair,
You
fair.
know?
I
Yeah.
agree with nipples that it's delusion, isn't it delusion?
Nipples just a delusion and you just run with it.
Yeah, like
No,
yeah,
Look
yeah,
look
all
at that
yeah,
you
OP,
want to
you
okay,
speak.
know.
Not true.
all right. Silly me. Let's not
But
call it
okay,
delusion.
so you wouldn't consider video games like a aspect of having a soft life for men,
No,
like
No, but
life
then
still hard.
no, yeah, because at the end, it's a hobby. It's not necessarily a soft life. It's a hobby.
But
Just
put it
because
in
it makes life a little less harder doesn't mean I'm not slaving. It's still life is still
so
significantly
question.
hard.
I feel like
so is it the name you have a problem with?
Question.
think that's the case.
What's
Yeah,
the
because
difference with
I,
soft life and princess treatment?
What is princess treatment?
I don't think there's a difference. Like if for you having a soft life is having a man who spoils you, then that's your soft life.
To be honest, I think princess trip like soft life can be either somebody catering to you or you catering to yourself. While princess treatment is somebody catering to you and just that. I think so.
Just that.
Okay.
Just that.
Okay. So you
My
can have a
princess
princess
treatment.
treatment without having a soft life, but you can't have a soft life without princess treatment.
Why?
I mean, I ask.
I wouldn't
No,
say
that's
that,
what you
but
just say.
I wouldn't say
Why
that,
not
but
the both
as
of them?
Real.
No,
I'm
but I
asking a
want to go
question.
back to the men. Like,
Hold on. I'm asking a question. Before you ask a question, then it goes. I ask a question to all the women them right now.
Right.
How much a woman in here would rather be a housewife than working right now?
Me, easy.
Would you rather what?
Would rather be a housewife than working right now?
Easy.
Why? I don't know if you answer that one then.
not
Easy.
me. I can answer that
I
very
can't.
Like a
You
honestly.
know how
housewife
much
with the ability
activities
to
are
still
that
take up
problem?
activities, or am I just sitting in the house whole day?
No man,
Good
just
question.
take up activities and name something. The soft life. Or message on Twitter and name something.
Easy.
Nah,
Touch B.
No.
nah, that
Lying
sound
wench.
corny.
Anyways, Ebony.
For the most part, I would say no, but it depends on the man. A
I mean,
housewife.
depends on the one.
It
Your
depends
man try to tell me, say, I paid for this for
it
you.
depends
You
on
gotta, hey.
where
Nah,
the man.
Exactly.
let
It sounds too
me add
transactional.
let me add something to it. You go to the man and say, babes, here want do, nails want do, this one buy, and just say, here babes, take the money, take the card. See the three digits them at the back. And you just go about your life, bro.
Hard. Oh my
But
god.
that should high key
Damn.
be everyday
Think
life.
it's
That shouldn't
hard.
be no housewife
Oh
shit.
my
What?
Chef,
I don't think my chest too high if you say that because if my
bill some
Yeah.
man come to me and say
Wait, I have a
yo
question.
Ray, then yeah.
You have a man?
Who?
2. Alright. When last you did your nails?
It's been a while because I'm not in Jamaica.
So why your
I'm
man
maybe
to
up
make
in
sure
a
your nails them do?
no, hold on, man, hold on. I'm confused. So the question was asked. You have man nipples. Did you say who or did you say
Yeah, because I
who?
didn't know who she was talking
Oh
to.
no,
Oh.
okay.
Oh,
Let me tell you. When you said
Okay.
who, everybody heard two. So then she
Yeah,
asked,
oh,
why none of
A
your man
2
them
me
not do
here.
nails?
No, I
She's
did not. Oh my days.
no, she's
No,
asking you if you have man. Nipples, she's asking if you have man.
no. Yes, I do.
Alright. Again, the same question apply. Yeah, why am not make your nails? Make sure your nails them do.
Well, when I was in Jamaica, where he resides, he did.
No man,
Real.
that are not
Yes, he did.
no man. That are not excuse. Man for ask your baby when last your nails them do. You
I
want me
mean,
to
Alright,
yeah,
so hold
but
on.
you
like
want me to
they
No,
are
wait a
intricate.
goddamn minute. Wait a goddamn minute. No, let's not get crazy. So
But
because then by that
that's
logic,
princess
in
treatment.
nipple wow. So hold on. So let's say
Amazing.
so are any other girls in here who not have that have man? Don't have to identify themselves. If you not have man, when last him ever there in yard and then they jump up and say, you know what, make a sort that boy out. And then just jump and then just go
Every
and
time.
that boy out and go back on the
When
yard.
I
Well,
ask
no,
somebody,
no,
I
but
feel
I-
like una
So
weird.
random.
Like
How
no,
does that
me
have
not
to do with
talk.
anything?
Me not talk like we not going to have sex. Me not talk like you slow. Like the dog come home and the dog say, Jano, life hard. And you say, you know what? Drop your pants right now.
Regular thing, regular thing. But
Regular.
anyway, I feel like on a weird
Okay.
because like it shouldn't be
But why are we
transactional.
equating this to stalking hood though? Like,
Yeah,
is
that's
that
a
what
for them
makes
soft
your
life.
life soft,
Taxi. That's a
bestie?
for them soft life.
No, because I don't want bath and body
Life is
works.
soft and good for all.
Because what I saw usually 9 times out of 10 when a woman
Much
talks about soft life, she's referring to some monetary. But especially when it comes to a man, it's a man giving her money. Lots of a woman, oh, that's what they want. Man, give them money. Man, for giving money. Man, for pay for this. Man, for pay for nails.
That's to me on
So
a
the
soft life
icing.
because that what the word finite. Yeah, it's just very finite. Cause like, all right, look for Amber Rose and them people that will get up in age and no man no one deal with them. Your
You know,
beauty is temporary in the sense that like you're not gonna pull the way you do know when you're like 40. So like, is that really what you want to consider a soft life where it expires? A soft life to me does not expire. It expires at death. So I don't want to have to depend on a man because men are temporary. Even if you're married and it last long,
Real.
him dead or there's divorce. But either
Real.
way, it's gonna be you. So you have to create a soft life.
All right, so hold
I'm
on. So
so
Kite,
confused.
what do
Yo,
you describe a soft life as?
I'm
Like,
so
what is your
confused.
soft life? What is
man
your
is soft
soft
life
life?
as
Yeah,
a man.
yeah.
As a man have soft life.
Like,
Here.
how could you describe
My
soft
God.
like you a good day for you, a
A good
nice
day.
relaxing day for you?
Seeing alright, a nice relaxing day is like I wake up and we
And
just
then,
have money, zine, and somebody buy me food.
Okay,
That's good
so
enough.
The bare minimum.
this is what I'm
I
getting
agree to this.
getting from it.
The
Is like
bare minimum is his soft life. I'm
No,
sorry,
but that's
that's
not.
so
First
funny.
of all, the whole bare minimum very retarded. The bare minimum thing is very stupid and dumb and retarded.
everything them
Secondly,
are retarded to
so
you.
hold on. So wait a goddamn minute. So hold on, because this goddamn this thing. Whoa.
It
Because
was
she's
just a
soft
joke
life.
still, but
Yeah, I understand that. I understand that when get into it. That's Ebony. How would you describe your soft life? Right? What is a soft life for? What your personal soft life? What is that for you? What's a good soft day for you?
A good soft day for me. A good soft day for me is one day I don't have work. I link up with my friends. We just go somewhere, go chill, maybe even Starbucks or um the beach or somewhere, just to have a little talk or just chill or just enjoy yourself or I don't know anything.
What? That sound like a Friday party.
Thank you.
yeah.
So so that's what I mean. It's not that's a soft thing. A soft life is
But
not.
I think,
It sounds like basic things.
to be honest, for you, Zero, you associate soft life with something that seems
Mama,
unattainable.
so what is a
That's
soft
not
life?
what we're
Because it's
saying.
not, no,
What
but then
do you
everything that you guys have described so far is basic
Yeah,
par,
but it's
bare
absolutely
minimums and things
subjective.
like that.
Okay, for me, so my soft life for me is I can't even conceptualize my soft life because I haven't reached a point where I'm able to do that. Like financial freedom to me is soft life, and I haven't
But
gotten there yet. So it's subjective for everybody, like, and it has a lot to do with deeper things like trauma. Like when we did young, I'll never get forgot. So a soft life to me
Yeah.
is like going out with friends, and that is a soft life because that's what puts my mind at ease and makes my life feel a little bit easier. You ever go out with your friends and you reach home and you say, damn, like maybe I don't want to kill myself because I have friends and it was a good day. It's
Um
all subjective.
So my question is, because what I think that Zero is thinking of as a soft life is probably luxury. And as Nipple said before, it's subjective to the person. So as she said, like something that happened in your childhood, you probably never have whatever clothes when you did younger, and now you know
Yeah,
you can buy clothes for yourself or whatever.
exactly.
That is a soft life to somebody because that is something that they never experienced before. So them have the money now can do it, or them never used to can go birthday parties, or they never have friend when they need younger. That is a soft life to them. So let me ask you now, Zero, what would, if you participate in soft life, what would it look like for you?
For
Cause
me,
I feel like say you want to wake up in a one Benz, and you want to wake up in a
no,
one mansion,
because
and you
from
want
what
to
I
in Benz,
describe
and you
a
want
soft
money,
life,
you want.
I don't have a soft life, but what I
Yeah, but
describe
if
a
you want
soft
it,
life, yeah, if I was to describe it, it's I'd wake up, I would have breakfast prepared, I would my clothes for whatever I'm going to do is ironed and pressed and waiting. I'd get my dick up. I would have
Somebody phone a fry.
I
Yeah,
would
from a
have
perfect.
gas in my vehicle. I would get driven. No
Come here,
man, no
nobody
man.
for
Hold on there,
effort.
watch it, hold on there.
Yeah, who am I that?
Why that
Hold
sounds
on.
that not
I
sound
Test.
think
like
it
a
was
real fry. That
Ebony
sound like
or
like a
Sophie.
slurp slurp.
Yeah
It's not
man,
a
this
slurp
sound
slurp.
nasty man. But yeah, it's essentially getting my dick sucked at will, getting food at will. Nothing I wouldn't do anything like things would be I would be catered to. I wouldn't I just anything that I wished would just come. And that would require a certain amount of money, but that's why I don't aspire to. Well, I'm not say aspire. That's why I find it hard to believe that there's people that I know are average Jamaicans have soft lives. That's why when explaining a soft life to me, granted it's subjective, so and I agree that it's subjective. So I've changed my mind on that. My
There's a very
general
objective element
definition,
to soft life, I feel.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that too,
and what is
There's
tangentially.
that?
a very
Go off.
objective element of it.
And what is that?
In my opinion at least, there's an element or there's a bare minimum threshold of soft life being I'm not I generally disagree with Nipples and Ebony in saying that wait, hold on there. What the
So
fuck?
yo, I have a question though. I have a question, Zin.
No, hold on, shut
So
up. Say what you're saying. Finish what you're saying.
tell me.
I don't agree that it's entirely anything that makes you feel quote unquote comfortable because me me getting a job and having money makes me comfortable. I don't consider that a soft life. I think the objective element of soft life is that you don't actively have to be doing a lot for you to be enjoying said luxury. So for me, the whole having to work thing to afford to finance your own soft life, I don't necessarily consider that to be soft life. If it was a soft life, you wouldn't have to actively be doing too much. Like if you want to work, that's your choice.
Alright, so my
Okay, so
question, Ebony, wait, hold on. So using Ebony's logic, Zine, and applying it to my situation on Twitter. You're
Not
telling me say, oh, hold on. No? You're telling me say such be Zine, such be never have a man buy her food yet.
huh?
The whole conversation arose and I said, yo, I believe a 50-50.
No, with reference to that
Anything more?
conversation, you're being specific about dates being 50-50. And she was saying even if the woman invites you out on the date, then the man is expected to pay.
Mm-hmm.
That's her idea of soft life. Again,
Yo,
it's
I
subjective.
think it's retarded.
That
Anyways.
is
I think it is retarded because what you perceive to be the best thing for you, you don't have to project that on other people.
But
Especially in the dating world, that's so like icky and immature.
All right, but for the person that are not asking for somebody to cater to their needs, then and they're catering to themselves, in
Mm.
that case, I wouldn't think that they're projecting it on other people. So I'd still say it's subjective to how they feel and how it makes them feel.
Exactly. You choose to be with people who give off what you need
If the
or
prob-
have what you can take from them. So you're not gonna go to somebody and just start talk about, oh, I want a soft life. No, if he's that way, then you choose him. You get what I mean? Does that make sense? Or if
yeah,
he's
I
not
think
that
mm,
way,
if
you just decide not to go on a date with him again and no say him just don't sit with your values. But you don't
yeah,
feel like make people feel like shit. Like if my soft life is me want a clean house and me go over your house and say you have roaches, me not gonna make you feel bad about it. I might give you like a raid or something and help you kill two of them and say, you can't really be living like this. Why not go and just impose and make you feel like shit because of what me want?
Mm. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So
mind
everybody
you,
just gets to that answer.
I'm on Twitter trying to find someone who kind of defined it.
I feel like the problem that everybody is having with soft life is when it comes to the people that are asking for somebody to cater to them or somebody to offer them the soft life, and not the actual people that are catering to themselves.
No,
I feel
like
like
we
that's a
agree that
problem.
you can cater to yourself and provide that for yourself, and everybody in some capacity should ensure that they are building their own quote unquote soft life.
Mm.
Because a big element of it is, for example, making sure you have people around you in your space that do not hackle up your brain to a point where obviously you want to tell them to go chuck off. And for example, making sure that you still prioritize your rest and your self care. That is also an element of soft life, fine. But again, I think, well, I can only speak for myself. A big part for me, soft life is an exaggerated version of princess treatment.
And okay, well, I understand that, but at the same time, for like zero, what zero did I say as well? He's saying that like some of the examples that I listed or whatever him have in my mind as well. He's saying that is everyday life, but you have to take into consideration that for some people that is not everyday life, and some people cannot do that as well.
That's
I
true. Okay. But
even the example with the game where they were that I don't remember who gave that example for men. some some males don't have PlayStation or whatever you guys use, Xbox and those things. So for them, if they got a PS4 right now or a PS5, that would be luxury for them, and that would possibly, if them into the whole soft life things, that could possibly complete for them soft life right there. So
mm,
So I feel so is that okay, so is soft life synonymous with luxury?
personally, to an extent, yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it,
To
it
an extent, yes.
absolutely is, right?
Because mind you, people that, for example, can't afford to treat themselves, I would
Exactly.
say that them being able to
That's
treat
a
themselves is
luxury.
what they're entitled to. Granted,
Yeah.
it is a luxury for them, but I think everybody's and it deserves to, for example, make enough money to be able to treat themselves. I
Yeah, I
think
agree
soft
with
life
that.
goes
But
above that to
yeah,
to the point of like, yeah, treat yourself every day.
but that's why it's called soft life, right? Because otherwise it would be just life. It has to be something that's not easily attainable. Otherwise you can't really like have a section feed because is more of a prestige kind of thing, I feel like.
I feel like the problem is because they attach a name to it.
Yeah, that
I feel
might be it.
if we did just call it life, and then nobody would have no
I
problem.
mean, what soft life? So just like self-care sounds like.
Maybe self-care and soft life are different.
That's what I'm saying, but what you guys are saying sounds more like self-care.
Yeah, because I feel like soft life not as easily attainable as just. I mean, it is doing what you want, but it's being able to even afford to do that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I
Mm.
see.
So what do you have to say now, Zero? You're quiet.
No,
He
because
getting his big son. Oh,
I'm learning. I'm
Oh,
learning. So I'm just trying to accept what you guys are saying, and I'm taking
love
into
that.
consideration what you guys are saying.
Love that. Love
that
that. You
sounds so condescending.
No, it's not. I'm serious. I'm hearing what you're saying and
And what have you
processing it.
gathered?
all
I've gathered that soft life is subjective. Yes, it is also it has an objective element, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, and it has a lot to do with luxury, but luxury is also subjective. So anybody's soft life is their own soft life. That's however I've gathered it. I can't tell Tantodi that her life is not a soft life. It might not. She might work 3 jobs a day, and her man could knock her senseless. But if she
Mm.
believes that she has a soft life, I can't tell her that she doesn't have a soft life. Like I believe I have a soft. No, hear me out. I believe I have a soft life. Although I am broke, I don't have any money. I can't put gas in my car. Moral, me not food for some day. But nobody can tell me say my life is soft
where you say your life soft?
because this is my
That's
definition of this is my
no,
luxury. Some day, what
So
does
no,
no
I
money.
understand, but what part of it is luxurious to you?
yeah,
Which part of the separation you enjoy?
The fact that I'm alive. Life
Okay.
is my luxury. Waking up a morning and taking that first breath of air, that is so luxurious to me.
Okay, so
that's
Every day
not
I thank God
luxury
for
though,
life.
because everybody can take a breath of fresh air. So try again. Eh.
No, because
No,
some
that
people.
no, 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 no,
Big,
no, no, no. Some people in Kingston, all them inhale
All
illegal and
right.
smoke at them smoke.
Haha.
I
There's
mean
no,
that's
there's
very true.
yeah, some I'll have a view with the zinc factory, and everybody can take good
Because
proper fresh air.
Kingston air is very thick, I should say.
Per. So
not
so
the pre-
there's it.
Not him saying bird.
Yo, it's
Please
hard to
come
breathe.
up.
So it's just subjective. Some people have softer lives than others, of course. I wish my life was softer. I wish I had a life like Tanturi or Nipples, but I don't. But my life is soft. Not as soft, but it's soft.
Kite.
I
Soft
didn't
like
say my
flapping.
life was soft, by the way.
My apologies.
Mm.
Tanturi life soft.
Hello, how it reached that so? What part of it since we're
Tonto, they
talking about
don't
it?
read the file.
Shut the fuck up and don't make me start by you.
Yo.
Has anybody truly achieved the soft life? Or
No.
is it just I feel like soft life is like an aesthetic. It's just like an aesthetic for Instagram. It's not
I don't
real.
think
It's
college students
delusional.
achieve soft life that easy.
Absolutely not. That's why I said I can't even conceptualize what would be soft life for me because I'm
Yeah,
nowhere
like
near where I want to be at.
yeah, if I go run up at OnlyFans, I have a man like a sugar daddy at mine there, like them thing there.
Real.
I don't think so. I hope not.
Depending on
I
your
hope I don't
definition.
have to do
But
that.
for my definition of it, it would require
Oh.
somebody to be running me some fat money.
Oh, your definition of it. Okay. So you call fat money now.
Am I supposed to quantify that?
Yeah.
I can't quantify that.
I mean, you can't quantify it.
Because I don't, I would have to sit and think about everything that I would want to easily have and
You
then add up
heard
all
it
of that and
here
then I count
first,
that.
guys. Women don't want to sit down and think about anything.
Please!
I'm just kidding.
Like, me, I forgot sit down and, I feel like I would want to buy a bag today and a pair of shoes today and go eat today and go out to eat today and get money to see my friends today. And I want to go on a trip with my friend. I'm like, I can't count all of that. Granted, those were examples, but you get the point.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I see. So,
It's like
So let's talk about how soft life is involved in like this whole dating scene.
Jano stars.
All right, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, yes.
So you
What?
brought up the question, so you start.
Yeah, what's there to
Oh,
talk
Jana,
about?
it's
And
like, it's like, yo, Ebony, please. It's like for me, like when I see the term soft life, bro, when a woman mentions it to me, when she talk about relationships, dog, it's like I'm gonna fight myself to hit the black button, dog. Like, man,
You have to fight for the what?
it's always something
Delusional to you.
delusional shit, bro.
To
It's good.
you.
no, what do you mean?
Give us an example. Give us an
I feel
example
For
like
of
say,
example,
delusional.
all right, you want me to give
That
an
if a
example?
woman offers to take a
Yo,
nigga
Tan
out
Toddy,
on that date,
please.
shut up.
Tan Toddy, please.
Wait, let him finish.
Let me finish. I have the
try-
ball now. I have the ball now.
you don't have no ball. Continue.
As my ancestors. For me, right? If a
Right.
woman comes to me and she's like, yo, bear in mind, I'm a broke college student, basically.
Ah,
If a woman, if a woman comes to me,
yo,
Zine, and she's like, yo, kite, Zine, I see a what a expensive name brand bag there.
Birkin.
Birkin. She say like a
Yeah,
Birkin.
yeah, come on the phone
And
quick,
she
no.
come to me and
right?
she say, yo, you can't buy me a Birkin for my birthday. I'm off look for mama and say, yo, can you afford a Birkin? No. Mama, both of we broke in a college. What the fuck mega afford that?
Maybe you just misheard Burger King for Burger King.
Right?
Hey!
No man. No man. Them get one go my car, bro.
But
And
here's the thing, like you
Right?
can't be a complete idiot and desire soft life. Like you can't look at you who, as you described, I'm just quoting you, don't take offense.
Mm.
Can
A broke
no
pocket
gas in your
college
car,
boy.
right?
Yes.
All of the things that I described. So me for really look on you and ask you for Birkin bag, sir.
No, yeah, some man that delusional. Ask them so.
I'm not asking for no
No,
Nobody
ask
bullshit.
not
that.
ask for that. Be realistic. Like,
Like,
Alright, let's
be
not say a
fucking for
Birkin,
real.
but maybe a Bridget's dog. Maybe a Bridget's.
all right, that's realistic.
yeah.
That's realistic.
Yeah, me use
Yeah,
some
so if
realistic
you
qualities.
cannot meet that, that's her fault. For like you can. The thing is, it's a problem that some women have. Go to people within that can provide you what you want.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
okay.
why I said earlier, like, don't push your what you expect your expectations on other people.
Yeah, like why would I? Why would I broke
Cause
college
it's
boy if I
damaging for
want a
both
Bridget?
of you.
Real Javon Powell.
Cause now
You
you make the
want to
young man
release
feel
on
like
shrimp pasta and
him and nobody
mimosas.
if him can't buy a Bridget's. Like, really? You dumb bit, and then you feel like a dummy because all of your friends them are like, no girl, you need to talk with my, and then stop listening to me, I made friends. Like,
Jano
can we leave
stars.
that in 2022?
Yeah, well, for stop listening to Tanto, isn't me?
Because it is not realistic, and in order to have a soft life you have to be realistic. You can't get your pay when you know you have bills to pay, you know you have food for putting in your fridge, and you can't but you want to live soft life, so you spend all of your money on some dumb shit.
That would have lead it to a hard life.
If you cognitive enough to not do that, why would you expect that from a young man who himself or try to get himself together?
Real.
True.
So it's just dumb. And I think them have the wrong idea of soft life. Cause if a girl ask you, if a girl look on you as a student, broke college kid, and I ask you certain things, she's not thinking of soft life. She's thinking of Instagram influencer life, which I think is just a facade.
Disagree.
That's not
Let me
Yeah, that
disagree.
because here's the thing, it's an app for
it,
aesthetics.
No, like I agree. Like the whole quote unquote IG life is solely aesthetical, and the people behind closed door
Different,
take
bro.
some mad lick for them
Yeah,
thing. Yeah.
it's not
Some mad fuck.
realistic for a soft life. Like
But
these trips where Rich Russia take, it's not realistic. No girl in Jamaica watching her videos can think that's what I want to do tomorrow. Like you have to at least put in the work from now if you really want that,
True.
and don't expect it from someone else. It's kind of
the
crazy.
problem with soft life, I think, is that people are expecting it from the jump.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you understand as well that everybody's story go different, yours might be you might take a different path than another person. Maybe
Yeah.
you think say she come up rather fast, but you might probably take longer than her as well. So you have to just appreciate where you're there at the moment until you
Yeah.
get where you want to be.
And it's kind of really detrimental because, like, I don't know if you guys have seen this news, but the rise in incel virgins in young men. Like, there's been an actual
Yo, I
study on
want to
this.
discuss
What?
that. I want to bring that up. I want to
What?
bring that up.
There's been an
Involuntary
actual
celibate.
study. There's been an increase in incels and virgins in young men. It's quite detrimental.
Yo, I have a theory, Zine, that
I'm willing to gamble that your theory won't make any sort of sense.
oh, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear
Yo.
me out. Hear me out. Zine. A lot of these men are now noticing that a lot of these women have some
You're
very
wrong.
delusional
You're wrong.
standards.
You're wrong.
Why am I wrong?
You're wrong.
Why
You're
am I wrong?
You're
big
wrong.
Why
wrong.
am I wrong?
You're
Why
big
am I
wrong.
wrong? All right, explain me.
That's not why
Frank, what
men.
me more thing wrong?
Firstly, incels they're not seeing women and saying no man, them women are delusional. I'm not fuck them. That's not an
They
incel.
literally just cannot
They
get
just
fucked.
cannot get fucked. They
Like
and they
nobody
cannot.
wants you,
And the
bro.
reason
Like
it's rising is because more men in this era that we're living in, more men are becoming more stay to themselves. So it's not easy for men to approach women. It's not like back in the days when the man used to walk up to women and flick them cigarette and bust off them gun and tip
You
them
know what
cowboy
it
hat and them
is?
thing there. So nowadays men are they're not as people not as rough as back then. So you have softer people and men they're not as willing to approach a woman or talk to a woman, and then because
don't
they
agree.
spend so much time by themselves in them own thoughts, they then
Yeah.
develop a hatred for women and
Yeah.
start spout
Well,
talking
I
and
see.
shit on Twitter.
It's
Mm.
not so much like spending your own alone
House
time
of
in your own
Manuni.
thoughts, but like there's one thing you fail to mention because remember the study was done on young men, so this is like teenagers to like what 22, 25. Pornography, guys, like we have
Yeah,
more access
porn.
to naked women than we ever have in history.
Yeah,
Why am I gonna try to be social when I know I'm already awkward, when I'm struggling in my finances, when I can just go and buy a rubber person,
yeah.
you know,
So let us
or just watch a
yeah.
video.
So and porn, yeah, porn is also a factor. No matter what women did, it wouldn't change whether or not incels exist. Whether they weren't as tough. What? Whether they weren't
Oh,
as
I
tough,
watch Matlock.
whether they weren't as soft, it don't make a difference. Incels are going to be incels. It's just a matter of the era that we live in. Some more men are staying to themselves. So you have softer men than they did when they had back then, and you have tougher women. That's why people started to make the argument in the detriment of women that women are making men feminine, which is fucking retarded. Man, what the
Yo,
fuck is going on?
yo, please.
Speaking of porn, but yeah, porn it's a factor. The incels be inseling.
But don't you think it's like kind of scary? Because like, well, it's kind of good because like teenage pregnancy levels gonna drop, but also it's not though because like pedophiles. Um, but it's really bad. Like we're gonna see a rise in like
You know what
violent
you're going to
men.
say? You know what you're going to say?
What?
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 A aging population.
But oh whoa, I almost used the govy. Whoa.
What?
But I almost used someone's govy a while ago.
Oh,
Please, please.
But what one of them you did. Yes,
mm,
about incels. If you're choosing to stay by yourself and interact with people less, are you really an incel?
No, because yes, you're still an incel because even it's not
So,
that they're choosing to do it, it's that they cannot, they lack the ability to stomach. I know somebody that's an incel. If you put him in front of a woman to fucking to order food, he's going to shut down.
Not because the
It's not
man
that
that on
he
the call you have to talk about witty like that.
no goddamn, but they just can't. It's not that they won't, it's that they're uncomfortable doing it. So they cannot do it in that sense. They just can't. They can't stomach it. Them can't operate. Them can't function. They're going to be nervous or
Okay,
anxious or whatever.
mm,
understood.
And then even if some of them aren't even anxious, some of them just go to women and they just chat shit. They just not a style and then it's not attractive. So because they don't have no confidence or anything like that. So then that even further makes them an insult.
Yeah, because in my head I also have a similar but different definition. Because it's not definition, general story. It's like incels tend to try to get laid, but it just don't work.
Yeah. Because I know I know some people because it's I don't a lot of women I don't think a lot of women notice it. Really confident that they don't realize it. But if you take a regular normal man and he's having a lot of sex and then he stops having sex, not by his own choice, he's going to let me say 7 times out of 10. I know the men that I know, they end up starting saying some really crazy incel shit because they're deprived of sex. They develop a hatred towards women. So you
Oh
might
boy,
see
do I
it
have a
as,
story.
oh wow, you know what, Jimmy?
mhm.
Let's not
That's
fuck
kind of
anymore. Fuck you,
pathetic.
Yeah, it is pathetic. Fuck men.
I had an
I
ex
hate
like
them.
that.
True.
Really stupid creatures.
Ah,
But
that's
you know,
funny.
that's just how it is. If it deprives a man of sex, him become. I know a man who he deal with a girl from me in a second form. Him and the girl left. Must say a month later, me and the dog start make some talk. Or me have to say, no, brother, no, Bridget, you pray about this, Bridget. Where them talking from? And it become very anti-woman. I didn't even notice it. And start say things like woman
Why does all that
for do
mountains?
certain things and I'm not gonna talk about that. But but you see it.
I feel like men just need therapy and like so they can stop depend on women for the emotional kind of shoulder for cry upon every minute.
Men don't need therapy.
Alright.
Men are just this is how men are socialized. This is culture. There's nothing necessarily wrong with how the world is with men. It's just how it is.
Are you kidding me?
What?
Objectively. No,
So when
because
you kill
I
off on a girlfriend because she
all right
want
now
beef.
hold on. We'll jump a few notches. You
Not
cannot
really.
why I can't use that as an example is because these people are deviants. You cannot use deviants as a generalization for men. These are deviants. Can't talk about rapists
No,
because men is rape.
may I use the example where you give a while ago about them
No, yeah,
being deprived and then them just
yeah,
went
and he will chat.
crazy.
Yeah, he will chat as much shit as he wants, but I'm willing to gamble that he's not going to kill any woman. He's not going to beat any woman because the men that are doing this are deviants. You have incels and you have deviant incels. So you can have incels that will sit and keep to themselves and just hate women verbally and have very anti-woman thoughts, but they're not going to kill any woman or beat any woman. And most likely them just need like a front. And you have
We can
deviants.
guarantee that.
Whether or not the deviant, yeah, you can't guarantee it because you can't see in the future. That's why it's a statistic. I don't know if no crime will go on to Jamaica tomorrow. We don't know. We can't guarantee it, but I'm
They
willing to
need
gamble
therapy,
that
of
somebody will
course.
get murdered tomorrow. But it's just how you don't know if I guarantee if somebody will get murdered in Jamaica tomorrow. But statistics are pretty likely that somebody will get murdered in Jamaica tomorrow. But you don't know. But
You
so that's
saying
why you
that
have deviants and not deviants. So you have deviant. Not every incel is going to murder somebody. You have deviant incels. So you can't use deviants as to make a general notion about men or
Wait, for the viewers
incels.
watching, describe what an incel is. Or did we already do that?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we had
Someone,
a whole conversation and I had so much to say on it.
Jano, our minute
I
there.
gave so much I preached that day about this whole incel thing because a lot of misunderstandings about it and nobody don't understand the effects of it. And if anything, it's just people a lot of the ignorance about it is because people just like to not meds men. When man talk, nobody now meds man. Right now, if 10 man get murdered, nobody now hear about it. By tomorrow, nobody not talk, everybody stop talking about it. Because people just don't, no, men, people don't listen to men. If me sick and if Tanto is sick, people are going to meds Tanto more than me.
really?
Men listen to men.
rubbish.
I mean, one
Okay.
and two, me
One
might sit down and talk to my brethren, but at the end of the day, I mean, that's
yeah,
that.
So
Virgin not check up on you the next day and say, yo, bro, you good?
What?
really?
So what
I
you
don't need to
saying,
keep better
Ebony?
Yeah,
friend
ask
them.
yourself why that is though. Why you don't
No,
do that?
because that's just how we're socialized. That's how we grow. That's just how we're
Mm-mm.
And you're
socialized.
saying that
There's
there
not
is no
something wrong with
problem with
men.
that, and
No,
that
all
is
right, you're right. I am wrong. Silly meat and toddy, you have corrected me. And what I'm saying now is that yes, that's how we're socialized.
yeah.
You
So I
can't
what
no,
you're
but it's
saying
not
is there's
necessarily.
nothing wrong
But
with men.
what I'm referring to, all right, my bad. But what I'm referring to, this is how we're socialized wrong. We're socialized poorly. We're not socialized by men. This is what the world has
But
produced.
a
This
full
is not produced by
responsibility
men.
for kind
No, it
of
is not.
change the narrative there.
No,
Sorry
it
for
is
cut you
not.
off. Yes,
No,
it
it
is.
is not.
Hold
No, it is
on,
not.
because
Oh,
hold on, right? Because woman, we get up and say, oh, we did want work, we do all sort of protests, all sort of madness. When a batty man get discriminated
hello.
and in the workplace, him make a one organize and people boycott the place. People have power. If men really wanted to go and seek therapy or wanted to be heard, they would start saying that shit. Why you think Kendrick Lamar make
Cap.
the whole album about his therapy journey? Because it's really important, especially for black men. So don't just breeze over that like, oh, it's not, or yes, it kind of
No,
is
and I
like
understand that. And you have
your
one and two men
responsibility to
like
take care
Kendrick
of your own
Lamar.
mental
But
health.
it's not just a man thing. That's why I said it's a product of the world. This is a man and no man thing. The reason men are like this is not just because of men. Women women help to socialize men as well. Some of the worst men I know grew up in single mother homes, and these men are losing their minds. And some of the and that's what says not just a man, it's not men produce what men are today. It is the world, men and women produced the next generation of men and women. Women are like this because they're socialized by men and women. You're a product of everybody. You're not a product of women. You don't stay like this because women produce you to be like this. You're produced like this because your mother and your father, or the men and women around you. Men are like this not just because of men.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
true.
talk.
But
We're
what are
I'm
you
just
socialized not to
doing? All
talk
right,
because
what are you doing
women play an
individually
impact in
as a
why men
person
don't
to
talk.
change that? What are you
Me,
doing
as
to
in me,
change that?
generally,
Yeah.
me personally.
no. I don't.
Oh no, but me means a different breed still because
And
me cut different, but because I'm
Real.
self-aware. But most I'm in general men aren't like Kendrick Lamar is cut different. He realized his thing and he has opted to change, but not a good general sense of man is not like that because they're not socialized like that.
Mm.
You can't use the 1 and 2 or the 1% like Kendrick. What the fuck, Kendrick Lamar
I feel like
and
men like should
whatever.
create communities and conversations where them can have safe spaces. Like every little boy need a male figure. Every single
And
little
that is
boy.
and that's
And
true.
if you didn't have that, then you can try to be that for somebody else.
And I
And
am.
but don't sit down with it, and because here's the thing, like when you end up take it out on yourself, men have the highest suicide rate, when you end up killing our partners, when you end up resent people, and you end up unhappy.
You're
Working for
correct.
the rest of your life, I try find happiness from money, one you just not gonna get.
And that is
So
correct.
like, yeah.
But then I
So
have a
like, but
question.
here's the thing, like I don't think there's anything women can do, to be honest, except just stop
That
being.
is
No. Yeah, we can do a lot in terms of raising our sons better and ensuring that we're not stopping fathers from being in their children's lives unless they're
Mhm.
actually dangerous for the child.
all right. So
And other things. But men, I feel like, yeah, just to wrap up my point, I feel like men should be creating these kind of communities. That's why I have barbershops, right? And games, and play games with our friends.
Bomba, which
That's
there.
one way of like creating a safe space where men can just be men.
Yo, I have a
yeah, and
question.
you're correct. All right, hold on, kite. Tan Toddy, come
You
like
want to
how
go
you
on
do
right
your
now,
thing in
so.
it. So Tan Toddy, tell me what
What
you
you mean they
do.
like what you have?
What do you do? Tell me what you do to your fellow. You didn't even have to be a boyfriend. To all your
Yeah?
male friends, what do you do
Hold on.
improving the community? Are you a safe space for men? Do you provide an avenue for growth in men? Because Jenny,
But
Depending
women,
on the context.
yeah, and then why
There's
when I look
certain fuckery
towards
that I
woman
will not
first, yes,
entertain from men. So the quote unquote safe space argument is madness because it's not a safe space for you to tell me that Yagi human bun. But that's why I'm saying contextually. If it's a mental health problem and you're like sick, you feel sick in your head at the moment, and you need to, for example, vent. Fine,
I
I
also have
tend,
a question.
huh?
So 10:20, when last have you seen a woman, a stranger, like a stranger girl, or a girl you don't even know that much, and say, "Hey, girl, I like your hair, I like your this, and I
I
like your
walk
that."
and tell women that
The
all the
way I
time.
do that every
Amazing.
day.
Hold on,
The
nipples.
way I do
Flow
that
your
I
every
tell
goddamn
men
roll.
that they're also look nice all the
No,
time,
I
and
don't.
get
I don't. I
people.
don't mean men that you know. I mean strange. Like, have you ever walked and seen a man that looks attractive that you don't know, and tell
the
him that?
way
Yes,
I do that all the
I
time,
tell
bro.
niggas that they have
When
nice
last did
skin.
that?
Mo walk
When last did
shameless
that?
and tell man to
When
them have
last
good
did that?
skin.
When last did that?
Yo,
I've literally
homies.
done that last week when I
But
was at
here's the
school.
thing, it's hard. You
Oh,
can't really say
Michael
that
Palmer.
though, Zero, because like it not really safe
Yo,
nor well for women. Cause you compliment a guy and him just like him head start swell and them feel like
No, but there's
you
a
want
reason for
them
that.
or
oh, me don't
something.
know
It
about that
gets
part then.
That
weird.
is to show you.
Yo,
That is
what
to
in it
I
show
don't
you
know
about?
that
about
it
that part.
doesn't happen very often.
What in it
It
about?
doesn't. It doesn't happen very often. When a
I
girl compliment, well, not me, because again, cut different. But if
Don't
a
tell the
girl
girl.
compliments Witty, he's going to him either go swell because he doesn't get complimented a lot. Men
yeah,
don't get
but that's
complimented
not.
a lot,
But
so
that's
they
not
don't know
women's
how to
fault. Whose
shut
fault?
your
No,
mouth.
but no,
They don't get
Don't use that
complimented
man
a
as an
lot.
I
example. That's not
literally
our fault though.
compliment Witty every day. Witty, don't I compliment you all the time?
I am not the subject of this
Okay,
conversation.
but that's not our fault though. If Witty don't get complimented, you can't use Witty as an example because he's just different. But
You
No,
can, but the
what?
last time you
No,
get a compliment
men
pussy
don't
color.
get exactly. Men don't. On average, the general man
Wait,
doesn't get complimented often. So if you do compliment him either go swell, and him I think you like him, 'cause him don't know what to do with a compliment. That's what he knows. Him
Yeah,
socialized
so,
to
honestly,
so
believe.
you know.
wait, so you Zero, so you compliment your male friends?
Of course, without fail.
Real.
Look how much time
Real.
me. Look how much time me
So
tell with you all kind of something.
Yo, me see Witty in a suit, I'ma see you looking dapper, my brother.
I
so really the issue is that women don't like show no enough attention. Is that what you're
no,
saying?
I
no.
personally think it's something completely
If
different.
Woman
we're
are
not,
the compliment a big
if
body
a
girl them
man
up on
is
IG.
not, if a man is not used to being complimented, so the consequence of that is that when he does get complimented, as you said, him either go swell and he might believe that you like him. Why
And you
Is this
know,
women?
a chicken thing or an egg thing?
watch
A
out.
Question.
what?
Remember, give you a hot take,
Foul.
Zin. Remember, give you a
Okay.
hot take.
Mm-hmm.
I think you see when how society portrays men as just monsters, which nowadays society does all the time, like
Yeah.
24/7. They put us as the bad guys. We then pick up that role and then we just act it out. So when all these negative slurs and comments are coming at us on a regular, we tend to just absorb them and we kind of just live up to the expectation. So I'd say 7 out of 10 men. No, not even put it so low. 8 out of 10 men are genuinely good people, but because of the toxic society that
Bullshit.
women
Disagree. Sorry.
have, been creating, I think it's kind of pushing us to the negative,
All right.
negative side of life.
Witty, mute your mic. Don't unmute it. Just
Oh,
no, I'm not
God
going to.
damn.
I'm not. I disagree with you, but not to
Bullshit.
a very
Disagree
far.
completely.
Not very as far. I don't put it on women. I do
Men
believe
are
that
Yeah,
a lot
terrible.
it's
of
Granted,
weird
every
that
man
you
I
would
know,
say,
I know a lot
hold
of decent
on,
men.
we're not gonna
I'm
just
saying
drive past
no,
that
hold
like
on.
it's
I'm
roadkill, right?
saying this to women in general. A lot of the things that men are doing, they're doing it in response of a lack of something in socialization. These things that they're lacking come as a result. If they're not getting it from women, because there's a lot of things women are getting from men, but these men are not getting anything from women. It didn't even have to be. It could have been mother, them any female friends them have, because women aren't socialized to provide men with these things, as men are socialized to provide women with
Yes,
these.
but then
Therefore,
I don't
men are
wanna.
broken. Tantony, can you wait till I fucking stop talking?
Team of the ball.
Sorry.
These things are a lack of. So all that is happening with what I agree with Witty on is that because of these lack of, which has existed for many, many years, the society that we have now is just seeing that lack of, seeing the norm and say, oh, say man I get this and that from women. But regardless, them know for do this and that and that. When they're doing these things, cause they're broken, them socialize wrong. So you can't then see that them socialize wrong, don't see the root cause of it and say no. I know them socialize wrong, but even them socialize wrong, enough for the consequence of being socialized wrong. That don't make no sense.
Wait,
That's
my
fucking
ear that hurt
retarded.
me.
That don't make no sense. That's fucking stupid. If him socialized wrong, him going to be behave like somebody that is socialized wrong.
Yeah, but why we gonna say women are the root when women have also been socialized wrong, and it's just a cycle
Yeah,
of
so
life,
that's
and
that's
everybody's
that's
messed up and
so that
everybody is
goes back
dirty.
to the point that I'm saying.
Socialized wrong.
One
Oh,
one thing that I believe, one thing and I preach it,
socialized
and
wrong.
I preach
Oh,
it every single day. Wait, no, I preach it every single day. Everything, everybody, just as how men are, I willing to bet if I am in, if I die right now and go to heaven, I want God to show me this hypothetical that if every woman alive became men and every man became women, the world would not change. If they had the same mentality, the world would not change. It's just because it's nothing. Men are doing what they're growing up learning to do. Women are doing what they grow up to learn to do. When I learn, this is just what we're socialized to do. Men are doing this because they're socialized, not doing it because man intrinsically fuck up. No, they're grown up to do this. Nipples, if you were a man, you'd have do the same thing them. I promise you. All I know it. See,
Yeah, I
time
never
study,
denied
time
that.
study, time
I
study.
never
If you
denied
hate
that.
man, if you are walk on the road and you see a man and you're like, oh my god, I hate when man cat call. I promise you, if you're a man, you'll do the same thing. All of you are the same. It makes no difference whatsoever.
Well, for
Witty,
that example, I disagree. For that
I
example, I disagree.
I promise you, it's not. It's the same thing. There's nothing biologically wrong with men. This is what we do it because we're socialized to do it this way. Women, you can huff and puff. You can huff and puff and say, "Oh my God, me a walk, I'm party. Oh man, I pass me. I'm a grind up on me when him a pass me. What kind of dunce? Wicked. This why man nasty. Type up your tweet long up on Twitter and all kind of something. I promise you, if you did born it, I would do the same thing. That's how it does. It's so fucking stupid. All I'm going to this. If you switch
Right,
places,
because
they don't make sense because a socialization thing is not a biological thing. This is how we're raised. This is what we
Oh,
grow up
God.
and exposed to from women and men. Men are a product of men and women. What men are doing today is not a product of what men teach them. It's what men and women teach them. You think when me see man in a party, I walk and I slap strange girl upon them body and the girl them a huff and puff and cuss. Me look upon that woman and me say, yo, you see, you was that man, you did the same thing. I promise you, it changes
No,
nothing.
no, I disagree with that, but I agree with everything
Nipple,
else you said,
nipple,
It
except
nipple,
might,
nipple,
it
nipple.
except the
might
Hold
have
on,
scenarios.
hold on,
exceptions.
nipple.
It
Hold
might
on,
have
nipple.
exceptions like Kendrick Lamar. If Kendrick Lamar was a woman, he probably wouldn't do all of these things. But the average man would.
But
If
he
the
did
average
though.
man was
He sang about it in his album.
per, so you see, if the average
But
woman if
but
the average
if
woman
mm,
became the average man right now, I promise you, she'd have cuss about catcalling as a woman and then catcall
it's kind
herself
of
as a man. It doesn't
concerning
make any change. Yeah, it is concerning.
that
Of
you would
course, it is
say that.
concerning. No, not
No,
because I'm
come here,
saying that.
free
It
you
is
as a.
concerning because that is the
All
case.
right, are you good? Do you need some water?
All right, you're right. Go on.
Nipples,
right,
nipples, nipples,
because
nipples,
zero
nipples,
zero
nipples.
talk
The
one
awesome.
We
time.
can't get a
Nipples,
word in.
nipples,
All right, go on.
awesome. So you're
I'm not
telling
quite
me
so long.
if you were socialized as a man, Zine, you grew up just like me, witty, a 0 in 14. You wouldn't do some of the free grow, would you?
Y'all going around just groping women?
No, I'm not say that, bro. John.
Oh, yeah,
Sorry, it's
you're
like
so fast.
Because
You take it back.
what I'm getting from this
So
is
you
is
realize how
okay,
weird it sound, right? So now like talk about oh we should
no, I'm
just
just giving you
like
an
right?
But we're
example.
using
I'm just giving you
nah,
an
that's a bad
example.
examples.
example, bro. Because if I turn into a man right now, I promise you I wouldn't be going around just assaulting women.
I don't go
And not
around
because you're
assaulting
socialized,
women.
not because you're socialized that way, and I mean you can't change.
Of
You
course,
grow up,
and
Exactly.
you're an
you are
adult now.
hundred
You make your
percent
own
correct.
decisions.
You are 100% correct. Of course, nothing wrong with what he's saying.
Exactly
But
the way
I'm
you socialize your parents and your environment as a child, teacher that, but you're an adult now. You can make your own decisions.
of
You
course,
can change.
Yeah,
of
but
course.
I
But
understand
you
what he
sound like an
meant
desire to
because not
change.
everybody is cognitive nor at that level where them can just
Wow,
do that,
Nipples, you are so
to be
goddamn
honest.
smart, and that is
Because
why I believe if Nipples was a man, she wouldn't assault women. But the men that are not cognitive enough, and the women that are not cognitive, if they switch the roles, they do the same thing.
Anyways, over the oh man
wait, but
can.
Witty did
Hmm?
have a question, one time. You remember it,
Tell
Witty?
me, tell me if you mute.
oh no, man, I'm good, man. I'm done, man.
Oh
Hold
man.
on.
Oh yeah, it's been an hour.
It's really been an hour, guys. So we're gonna start with the final thoughts. Let's start with the MVP tonight. 0 and 14.
Mm.
Every and this is a hot take, but I genuinely believe that every person that goes on Twitter and engages or any social media or any argument and engages in the whole man versus woman debate is really fucking stupid.
I agree. Anyways, OET, final thoughts.
Oh, yeah, man. So from Omageda, from the little Omaget, I say, yo, one really sexist. Yeah,
Oh,
that's it.
incredible. Ebony,
I have no final thoughts.
amazing. Tantori.
Fast life or nothing, Zine.
All right.
Facts.
All right. We'll just keep your mind muted. Amazing. Nipples.
Mm, sexism has to exist because there are roles to be played. And my other final thought is um just like do what you can to create a soft life for yourself. For the listeners out there, this is for you. Even if it means like every paycheck you go to a restaurant or you do something, you buy something for yourself or you invest, which is a good way to have a soft life because you can actually see returns on that instead of just getting something for the short term. But you should always be striving to make your life a little bit easier because this life is really hard, and don't take rest and the simple things for granted.
All right. Wonderful. Anyways, Zine, guys, thanks for making it out this Sun. All right, Siobhan Graham, big up yourself. Thanks for making it out this Sunday, isn't me? Like, share, subscribe. Next week is Eid.
Bye.